And I ran across tapes from Dr. Eddie Gibbs from Fuller Seminary, and he spoke to our lay pastors apparently in 1997. And in there he made a statement. He said, "I think in terms of winning a new generation for Christ, most existing churches are not going to make it." He says, "That's why I believe God is doing a new thing in our age, a renewed commitment to church planting." And it really connected with our denomination, where we've been and where we're going, and the struggle we're having of bridging this gap, because I think we all know that we're not the only ones in this struggle. But coming to conferences and talking about church planting, I don't consider myself a church planter at all. But as we heard this, it's like we need to begin to talk about it and get the word out there and let people know why it needs to happen. And I recall, when we moved into the house where we are, you could not have visualized a garden growing in that soil at all. It was so dead. It obviously was one time a dump, because we have dug glass and wire and everything you can think out of it. But it now is growing a garden, and after many years. But I think of this in our situation where we've just got to begin to kind of dig and scratch and begin to plant. And so Glenn and Burmy and I got together. We've been doing a triad for some time, and we started talking about the church planting, and talked to Lorenzo, and we got a group of pastors together who were interested just to do brainstorming for Southern California. What might we be able to do? And we talked about how we can work this through the camps maybe, and look for people and begin to validate. And we did the church, just the brainstorming, and then we have had Randy once, and then Lorenzo came down in May, and we got a larger group of pastors together, and he talked about missional living in your own backyard, and again began to develop more of this idea, get more people excited about it and talking about it, and throw the ideas out there. And now Randy is coming the end of August, and we're beginning to work that up as well, to just helping people to visualize what can happen and open into a discussion, that just a dialogue about possibilities, and that there is life in the future, and that's what we're looking to find, those seeds, and begin to sprout them. And so where it'll go and who it will be and how it will happen, God knows.